Dennis, early in the week, as my scheduled time as a special government employee comes to an end, I would like to thank President Trump, real Donald Trump, for the opportunity to reduce wasteful spending. The DOGE mission will only strengthen over time as it becomes a way of life throughout the government. That was his parting message through Twitter. And it's not shocking. He said it was only temporarily. A man of his
and yet it's
the
making
richest man of the world.
It's making waves of news, isn't it? My gosh, it's just going around the world. And I wonder if I don't hear a collective sigh of relief from both parties feeding at the same trough. Oh, good, maybe we withstood this threat. I think they're underestimating that this is only beginning. But I'll tell you, Adam, I think that Elon is leaving not because he has been defeated. I think he's leaving in part. There was that agreement you have to do only 130 days and you're out. But he's leaving because he's disgusted. And I mean, I can't believe that even the Republicans have been slow to put the DOGE cuts into law.
Yeah, I know he announced the fraud, he announced the cuts, but have they taken into effect at all? Really? There has to be Congress controls the spending, right?
Yeah, but I did look in this big, beautiful bill, and I asked Grok to read it and put out a good summary of it. And in the bill is $1.7 trillion in spending cuts over 10 years. That's $170 billion a year. That must be the $170 billion that DOGE has been putting up on its website. I think it must be the same thing. The two figures are too coincidental. So I'm hopeful that, at least they're doing that. But Elon wanted to come in and cut $1 trillion of the $2 trillion we overspend every year. It was only a 15% cut of total spending of $7 trillion. And oh my gosh, it was too much of a shock to the system. And, I think that the people he has in place, though, Adam, I think that those cuts will begin to collect and snowball. I think that Elon will continue to use his 200 million followers on X to tell him about the graft that the DOGE people are finding. And so this isn't over. It's only beginning.
But you're growing up, Dennis, and there's the bad guy, whether it's school, middle school, high school, college. And the guy next to him automatically becomes the bad guy because he's hanging out with that bad guy, right? He just happened to be the friend.
Right.
That's the way the media treated Elon. He's the bad guy because he hung out with Trump. If he leaves Trump, criticizes Trump, he'll be beloved. Genius, Elon again. You see that?
Well,
you see how that played out?
I find it hard to believe they'd be that fatuous because they can't forgive him for helping elect Trump. Not only is $250 million in contributions to PACs and stuff, the X platform being freer and letting conservative voices speak out and letting us challenge the conventional media lies that they try to masquerade as truth. That was a huge difference in the election. I don't know that liberals are going to be willing to forgive him that much for all of that. Now, as for the CBS Sunday morning interview, and that's where the soundbite came from, where he said, look, I'm disappointed. He was being as diplomatic as he could, right? But then the media just latched on and has him ripping the Trump bill,
Let's play that cut. Cut 7, Dennis. Watch the CBS interview with Elon.
So, I was disappointed to see the massive spending bill, frankly, which increases the budget deficit, not just decrease it, and undermines the work that the DOGE team is doing.
I actually thought that when this big, beautiful bill came along. I mean, everything he's done on DOGE gets wiped out in the first year.
I think a bill can be big or it can be beautiful, but I don't know if it can be both. My personal opinion.